Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. It is Wednesday, Self-Care Wednesday, and I'm sticking with this box today. We'll probably go back to the big London box tomorrow. Or, sorry, not tomorrow, next week. Hi. It's like every day is a Monday this week. So how is everybody? It is May 5th. For some, it's Cinco de Mayo. And just a fun fact, Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day, contrary to popular belief. Cinco de Mayo is actually the celebration of the Battle of Puebla against Napoleon III. And Mexican independence is actually, I believe it's in September 16th or something around there. So, for all of you who are going to go celebrate today, first off, drink responsibly, be careful, and know why you're celebrating. A lot of people just look at it as a day like, ooh, it's an excuse to drink. No, it is not an excuse to drink. In other countries, dates are important. But again, it was the celebration which soon became known as 5th of May in Mexico as the Battle of Puebla against Napoleon III. So, Napoleon Bonaparte's nephew. So there's your tidbit for today. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna shuffle these. Whoops, didn't do a very good job shuffling that. I'm gonna shuffle these and pull 5, and then we'll get started. So I was just trying to kill a little time there, waiting for people to come on, but hi, older sibling. Yay. So, alright, one more time and then let's go for it. Okay. You ready? Are we ready? Alright. Number 1, magic. Ooh. There is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. Yeah, magic. Just this kind of is the same idea as surrender and trust and believing. But again, there is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. Good morning, baby sibling. So yeah, it's kind of the same idea as play, or the kind of the same idea as trusting and believing or manifesting or praying or whatever it is that you do to try to make things come to fruition. And a lot of times they talk about magic in the sense of it is really like manifesting. You snap your fingers and maybe something happens. But you have to believe in it. You have to put the energy behind it that is the right kind of energy. The kind of energy that, I'm sorry guys, my hair is just bugging me. The kind of energy that says, yes, I can make this happen. So that's number 1 for Self-Care Wednesday, magic. And I will recap on these. So number 2, breathe. We've had this one before and I really like it. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I'm feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with the white light. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed. That really actually kind of goes along with the magic. When you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling like, oh God, what is happening? A lot of times, just again, we did this last week with the soft belly breathing, just into the count of 8, out to the count of 8. Some people do into the count of 4, out to the count of 8, whatever way is best for you and easiest for you and not dangerous for you. Because, some people, if you have asthma and all that stuff, deep breathing requires a little bit of practice, okay? Because you don't want to throw yourself into the wrong kind of whirlwind. So just try to refocus. Okay. If you're losing focus, just try to refocus. It's, to be honest with you, I find that deep breathing, when I remember to do it, actually really does help you refocus. It helps you kind of take your mind off of whatever it is that's bugging you, what's irritating you, what might be making you angry or stressing you out or overwhelming you. And it kind of puts you back into a place where it's like, okay, let me see if I can do this again. Okay. Number 3, food. Food and I have a very interesting relationship. What I eat fuels me. I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating, visualizing the nutrients I'm consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing this food. Food really is a good self-care tool. A lot of times we just, good morning, Debbie Hall. A lot of times we just kind of, we don't make good decisions. And so then we feel out of sync. We feel kind of gross. We feel maybe, just kind of like sludge coming out of some weird pipe, right? And it's just kind of like, ugh. And so picking the better foods and picking the right foods really is a form of self-care. It is probably one of the biggest forms of self-care. Good morning, Jessica. And so, it really is important to nourish yourself, not just emotionally, but physically, and clearly something I need to learn how to do. But, cause I make terrible choices on the daily. And I think a lot of it is still a little bit, anxiety based, so there are little things that I'm working on as I go along to try to, correct in my life so that, I can live a long life for me. Because again, like I said, I had heart surgery when I was 3. So, food is, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, what does food have to do with self-care? Well, it really does. Okay. I know people on here that eat very well, and occasionally they'll go out and they'll just, they'll indulge, they'll have fun, they'll eat what they normally don't eat, and then they'll have a tummy ache the next day. Now, it's totally worth it in the beginning. And, if you're willing to deal with the aftermath, then great. But, but a lot of times it doesn't happen. A lot of times it's just, okay, I indulged, I had fun. And that's really how it should be. The better choices should be made on the daily, and the indulgent, fun choices made, on occasion when, you don't even have to go out to do it. Sometimes you just might have a cheat day, as some people call it. But it really is more of just a fuel. But, there's a lot of foodies out there. There's a lot of people that just love food. I love food. I am not quite a foodie because I don't go to, but if people suggest a place, I will go there and I will try it. So there is a very delicate balance that comes with, indulging and overindulging. So just think about that. Think about your intake and your habits. And, if they're not really good habits, then just, learn to create a better habit. Yeah, see, Debbie is saying food and I are becoming better friends. Food and I need to become friends. Food and I are not we are not on good terms. But it's something that I'm working on mentally. So you don't just need to nourish your soul, your mind, and your heart. You need to nourish your body as well. And the better care you take care of it, the more it's going to take care of you. So number 4. Okay, we just did this one last week, so it's get focused, but that's for whoever needs that one. That's for you. But number 4, conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. I'm going to try that one more time. And it's interesting because, it's like, whoa, look at the eyes. But what I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. My goodness. That kind of goes with the magic and the breathing, right? The first 2 cards that we had there. And when you consciously focus on something, really, really, really try to speak and think kindly of yourself. One of the things we do as humans, especially ones who don't really have the greatest relationship with themselves, is we tend to create negative thoughts in our head. And the more you think of these negative thoughts, the more you're going to continually bring it into your life. So where I was just saying that I have a very bad relationship with food, I should probably change that and say, you know what? I'm working on having a great relationship with food, and just kind of change that and fix it in the sense where, you're putting something more positive out into this world. Because whether you believe in, the law of attraction or not, what you're putting in your head, you are literally telling your head to believe. So the noodle, it's like putting it in a pot of water, right? It's going to do what you ask it to do. It's going to fluff into an actual noodle. It's going to go from its dry state to a fluffy state. So it's doing what you want it to do. But you have to, this is also where I'm going to change the idea of the food cart a little bit to food for thought. Okay. When you're eating these bad foods, is it because you're emotional, or is it because you're like, hey, I'm just going to indulge today? How about that? Look at me. So, that's the question. Are you indulging, or are you feeding an emotion? And when you're feeding an emotion, that could be why you're not having such a great relationship with food. That's why I don't have a very good relationship with food, because I tend to have a bad habit of feeding my emotions. And that's what I'm working on now. That's what I'm fixing. Good morning, Sammy. So, again, this to have a conscious focus is I really want to just zero in on, starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. So speak kindly, think kindly, if something makes you mad during the day, go back and breathe. Because a lot of people will put themselves in these really bad cycles where they get upset, they get angry, and then, they feel bad. And when you feel bad, you might feed that emotion. So, they're all tying in together. The conscious focus and the magic. Remember this one. There's magic and miracles all around. Life synchronicities. They're called signs. Okay? But life synchronicities, saying, you know what? If you're driving down the street and you're like, I think I'm going to be bad today. And then you see a sign that says, hey, come to Subway. It's probably saying go to Subway, okay? Don't indulge in the bad things. I mean, Subway's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's probably the least worst. So, or a sandwich place. There are tons out there. Or even like Flame Broiler, which is what we have here in America, they're basically like, it's like rice bowls, but, with protein and, or you can just do protein and veggies, or, protein, veggies, and, some carbs. But whatever it is you choose, it's probably telling you, hey, maybe you should make a better decision. So, I'm not trying to be preachy here, because I'm the last person that should be preaching to this choir about, eating better. But again, it's the conscious focus. What you focus on is what your brain is going to believe. Remember, your brain is all you. So if it's rebelling, it's because of you. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because all the good things that it thinks of are also you. But if there's that doubt, that overthinking, that, self-sabotage, that, self-deprecating behavior, it's because something in you is crying out to be healed. Okay. Or maybe you just want to be seen and you don't feel like you're seen. So you start to believe that you're not good enough. Well, you know what? You're putting out there that you're not seen, but a lot of people might be seeing you, and you're not focused on that. You're focused on, hurting yourself with your words and your thoughts and your actions. So again, try to speak kindly and think kindly. We're in the middle of the week, so maybe kind of pull this through the weekend, especially on the weekend, because you're more with yourself then, as opposed to being at work and doing, focusing on other things. But just, when you start thinking bad thoughts about yourself, just try to catch yourself and try to switch it around and say, you know what? I'm a great person. I'm amazing. Shelly Marie thinks I'm amazing, so I'm amazing. So there you go. I'm telling you, I'm proud of you, and you're amazing. So, this is perfect for number 5, doing our best. Doing our best. We are all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I take is okay, no matter I think that's supposed to say I make. So I'm going to change that. Typo. So any decision I make is okay, no matter the outcome. I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. So if that doesn't sum up the whole of these cards, I don't know what will. But see, she even has a headband saying do your best. But Jessica, that is okay. So Jessica says food indulgent makes her too sick. That is a bad but great problem to have. And I say, a great problem. It's bad that when she indulges, she does get sick. But it's also good because that means she does make the healthier choices. So, just so she doesn't get sick. Because, really, who likes to feel sick? It's like going out and getting hungover, right? Nobody likes a hangover. Hangovers are terrible. They're not fun. But I've had a few in my life. I'm human. But so now I try not to go there. My body has this great mechanism in it that says if you can't swallow this drink, you better stop. And if you do swallow this drink and keep going, you will be hungover. So I'm very grateful that my body's like, nope, you need to stop. But, sometimes we have birthdays. I'll just stop there. So anyways, doing our best. We are all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I make is okay, no matter the outcome. I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. That is so important to remember because that goes right with speaking and thinking positively. We're not going to be perfect every day. Okay? I make a point at saying that. And I'm not trying to bring people down with that. What I'm trying to do is lower the bar on how high you think you should be. And I don't think we should lower the bar on our standards of things, but I think sometimes we set such high standards for ourselves that when we miss the mark, we fall apart, and then we get back on that hamster wheel of negativity and thinking terrible things and being overwhelmed and having anxiety. So I have learned to try to set the bar lower for myself. Instead of saying, I'm going to do 5 billion things by Saturday, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to take each day as it comes and see what I get done. And that doesn't mean that that's how everybody should work. Everybody's different. The people I'm talking to are the ones that do struggle with, self-doubt, self-negativity, self-sabotage. And a lot of people may think, well, I don't have that problem. But if you find yourself on the daily saying something negative about yourself, you might want to rethink that. It doesn't mean it's a problem. It means that it might just be a bad habit that needs to be broken. And the sooner, the better. So, I do like these cards. I really think they're speaking especially to me today. But I'm grateful to share them. And maybe the Get Focused was a bonus card, through my continual alignment with my desires, it began to flow into my physical reality and divine timing. So again, whoever needs that one's for you. To attract what you want, first get clear on what it is you desire. So if you want to have a better relationship with food, if you want to have a better relationship with yourself, get focused on yourself. Get focused on, what you expect from yourself. Do you want to have a better relationship with yourself in the sense of, can I love myself more? Can I love myself better? Am I loving myself enough? Am I loving myself better? Those are questions we should ask ourselves every day. If you're sitting down and you are literally raking yourself over the coals, then there's a problem. Okay, so Debbie says it was for her, so I'm going to read the whole thing. So if you'll notice, it's a viewfinder on a camera. It's taking a picture. Get focused. To attract what I want, first I get clear on what it is I desire. I envision it for a minute or more every day, feeling how it would feel to have this in my life, what I would do, how I'd react, and who I would tell. I picture it all. Through my continual alignment with my desires, it begin to flow into my physical reality in divine timing. So again, that kind of goes with the magic. Follow the signs. If you are looking for signs, follow them. I was asking for a sign the other day. Baby sibling gave it to me yesterday. And I'm grateful for that because that really does kind of, help you refocus and say, hey, you know what? I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. So let's just roll with this. Breathe when you need to. If you start feeling overwhelmed and you start feeling that anxiety and you start feeling icky and self-sabotagey and all that stuff, take a deep breath, take a step back, take a few deep breaths. Take a step back and just refocus. Refocus and say, you know what? No, I'm not a bad person. I'm an amazing person who's having a bad day. Okay, or is having a bad moment. Food. Have a better relationship with food. But this is going to go two ways. I'm going to change this into two things. Not just fueling your body and making better choices, but also fueling what you put into your head. Okay? Be positive. Think positive. Just say nice things about yourself. Don't be self-deprecating. I can tell you it is a nasty wheel. It is a wheel you do not want to be on. So if you're starting to form that habit, nip it in the bud now and get rid of it. Don't allow yourself to think that you are a bad person. Again, you are not a bad person. You're having a bad moment or you're having a bad day. It might even be a bad week. But you know what? When you refocus and you start focusing on the good things, the sun will come out and it will shine on you again. Okay? Conscious focus. Focus in on what it is you want. And, again, speak or think kindly of yourself. Consciously focus on being kind to yourself. Consciously focus on saying nice things to yourself. You know what? A lot of people have trouble with this. So get a book or get a piece of paper and write down, I am awesome. I am positive. I am loving. I am loved. I am lovable. I am brave. I'm courageous. I am enough. I am enough. One of my favorites. I am enough. And and look, it's right above my head. And I am complete. So, sometimes we think if we don't have something, we're not complete. Believe that you are complete and that whatever it is that you want it's a bonus to your life. It's like I am the shelf and everything that gets put on top of me are just bonus things that I get to enjoy, that I get to indulge in, that I get to be excited about. So remind yourself, that you are enough. Doing our best. Remember, I'm just going to finish that with that one phrase I just finally had fun with, or finally came up with, that fell out of my head just now. I'm not a bad person. I'm just having a bad moment or a bad day. You are doing your best to get through it. You are doing your best to ride the tide. You are doing your best to not throw your anchor and to sail through that storm. We do the best we can every day. Okay? If it's not turning out the way you want, take a deep breath and just, get through today and see what happens tomorrow. But try not to go into tomorrow thinking, oh, well, tomorrow's probably going to be just as bad as today. No, when you wake up in the morning, just say, you know what? I am grateful for today is a good day. And hopefully it will turn your focus. So instead of the same traffic you sit in every day pissing you off, maybe it'll be like, you know what? I think today is good because now I have time to think about, all these wonderful things in my life, or maybe whatever happened yesterday, how I can make it better today. So just do your best every day. Okay? Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Pressure it's hard. And, especially when it is your own pressure that you're putting on yourself. So again, I wasn't trying to mislead anyone when I say set the bar lower. I don't mean set the bar low so that, you don't expect anything great to happen in your life. Set the bar high for that because you deserve everything that you want in life. It may not come to you in the form that you want it, but it will come to you eventually. But, when I say set the bar low, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay? I mean, a runner didn't just start running overnight. They train, right? People don't just get on, well, some people get on hockey skates and they're just amazing at it, but they still have to practice stopping. They have to practice, sprints, and, some people can just pick up a bat and, hit a ball, but can they hit the different types of balls that are coming? Can they hit a curveball? Can they hit a slider? Can they hit a fastball? What if your one good thing is hitting a fastball, but then you're throwing a curveball? So everything takes practice. So don't feel like you should just get up to the plate and hit it out of the park. It might happen. It might not. If it doesn't, just keep trying. Okay? Just don't be hard on yourself. Don't walk away from the plate thinking, well, I suck. I hit one ball and I couldn't hit the rest. No, you just keep practicing. You just keep reminding yourself that, at some point you will be able to do this, that you've got this. And that really is the most important message, is to remind yourself, hey, I've got this. No matter what I'm going through right now, I've got this. And I need to stop the fear and just walk away from the fear. I need to stop worrying. I need to stop freaking out about everything. Take a deep breath, follow the signs, believe in yourself, and speak kindly and think kindly. Okay, so I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't say it yet. It's hump day, hump day, hump day. It's hump day. What day is it? It's hump day. But, and again, yeah, I started out with the fun fact about Cinco de Mayo and how it actually is not Mexican Independence Day. So, I'm just going to finish it with that since nobody was really on for that. But, yeah, one more time, the fun fact for today. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and, it really is, believe it or not, it is actually not really a Mexican holiday. I mean, a holiday in Mexico. It's more of started by the Hispanic culture in the United States. And from what I was reading, it started from kind of the West Coast and moved inwards, and then it became this bigger thing. But May 5th is actually, actually called the 5th of May, is what the Battle of Puebla was. It was the battle of the victory at the Battle of Puebla against the French army, the Mexicans against the French army, Napoleon III, Napoleon Bonaparte's nephew, I believe. And, they beat them, and it was a huge victory, right? It's just kind of like the same idea as Independence Day here. We declared our independence on the 4th of July. We did not gain our independence for another several years. Okay, that's when the war, it's when we were like, no, this is it. This is the 4th of July. And we're going to tell you right now that we're going for it. And believe it or not, it was actually not read until the 8th of July. So it's just the day it was declared. So in this case, the Battle of Puebla was a very huge victory. But Mexican Independence Day is actually in September. So, just like I said, I shared that. So if you're going to go out drinking, you got fun facts now. You got fun facts, and you can tell everybody, and you can say, you know what, look it up. Look it up in the history books, kids. It's right there. So I hope everybody, again, has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there and watching. And I will talk to everybody tomorrow for Things to Think on Thursday. Have a great day, and remember to love without conditions.